Throwing away a toner or inkjet cartridge when it runs out of toner or ink is the same as throwing away your car when it runs out of fuel.
I think really it's about choice. It's really as simple as that. It's a purely budgetary consumer choice. You don't have to buy a new printer every time the cartridge runs out. You don't have to buy a new cartridge, just like with your car.
It's your choice. Remanufactured cartridges provide a quality, environmentally friendly and economical alternative that save you money and help reduce your carbon footprint. With remanufactured cartridges, you can save on up to 50% on the cost of purchasing brand new consumables.
Most garages sell a remanufactured gearbox or engine, and that's exactly the same with a printer cartridge.
Remanufactured toner cartridges and inkjet cartridges have been fully reconditioned, refilled with toner or ink and tested to stringent testing requirements before being resold. Worldwide, the remanufacturing industry is worth somewhere between $6 and $8 billion a year and accounts for around 1/3 of all toner cartridge sales and a growing number of inkjet sales.
Consumers can be satisfied in buying remanufactured cartridges, mostly for the reason that the industry is more than 25 years old. And over these past 25 years, the remanufacturers have developed standardized test methods to control quality, to assure that the quality is uniform from cartridge to cartridge.
We have invested close to €1 million in the last 2 years for test equipments, only to make sure that our inks are as close as possible to the OEM inks, and also to avoid any possible human mistakes when producing inks.
How does the remanufactured cartridge fare or compare with in terms of the OEM cartridge? And the very detailed studies that we've done show that the carbon footprint, as it were, is a colloquial term for the embodied greenhouse gas emissions in the product, can be of the order of up to 60%. Smaller than the footprint of the equivalent OEM product. And given that both the OEM and the remanufactured products both have good quality, there aren't quality issues at all, so that it comes down on two factors: price and carbon footprint. And in terms of carbon footprint, the remanufactured product wins hands over.
The industry is very extensive. It's got a global footprint. It truly is a global industry.
If you throw a used cartridge in the bin, it could end up in landfill, go to a third world country, or be incinerated. In landfill, it may take 300 to 1,000 years before it breaks down. What a waste.
We want to stop cartridges that have come to the end of their life going into landfill because they still have a useful second, third, fourth, fifth life.
The sequence that gets the greatest benefit from any resource is to reduce first, then reuse, then recycle. By using a remanufactured cartridge, you reduce your consumption of new products. You reuse parts that can be used, and any damaged parts can be recycled. It takes up to 3 litres of oil to make each new cartridge. Plus, it takes 20 times more energy to make a new cartridge than to reuse one. Using remanufactured cartridges not only saves you money and is a greener choice, but you are supporting local jobs. The remanufacturing industry is a significant employer. Cartridges that are remanufactured locally are part of a local solution to a global challenge. So how have the original equipment manufacturers responded to the remanufacturing industry?
They very much have a razor and razor blade principle. They sell the printers at a very low cost and look to make their profit from the sale of consumables.
The average inkjet ink sells for $1,000 a litre. That's a monstrous price considering that most of these inkjet inks cost maybe $10 to $15 a litre to manufacture.
Cartridges are designed to be disposable items. The remanufacturing industry as a whole represent significant competition to the original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs, and they have responded to this in a number of ways.
What they've done is they've reduced the ink content within the cartridge. So although the cartridge costs less, it also produces less pages. A remanufactured cartridge, the remanufacturer will normally put more ink in. So you would get a lot more pages printed in colour than you would with an original cartridge, and it's a substantially lower price.
There are more younger generations. They use technology even more. They know what to choose, and they know how to tell the difference of quality. They can spend the money, they spend the money on quality products.
Today you have a true opportunity to not only get your printer at a very low price, but by buying a compatible cartridge, you'll pay a lot less money for it.
Some original equipment manufacturers take back used cartridges or sponsor schemes to collect and granulate cartridges. This further limits the supply of empties. In some cases, returned or emptied cartridges continue to be dumped in third world countries. For example, poverty-stricken villages like Guayu in China. They leave an appalling environmental legacy, such as increased numbers of children with lung cancer. Each cartridge that is buried, sent to a third world, or granulated is an opportunity lost to reuse. Another tactic by original equipment manufacturers is to use litigation to try to prevent remanufacturing.
We've even seen original equipment manufacturers patenting anti-recycling devices. I mean, in today's green, consumer-orientated market, I don't think anybody really wants to buy products where, products that have been designed not to be remanufactured or recycled. I mean, it's just crazy. The other myth that's often purported is this will invalidate your warranty, and that's not true.
That information says that if you use a non-OEM cartridge, it may void the warranty on your printer or copier. This is nonsense, and it's been defeated in the courts over and again.
Most cartridges sold by reputable remanufacturing dealers come with a guarantee not only on the cartridge, but that they will not damage the printer. It is important to check out your supplier to make sure you are not getting a counterfeit or poor quality product. The easiest way to find reputable companies is to visit the websites of the professional remanufacturing trade associations. These associations promote quality remanufacturing of printer cartridges and work to ensure ethical business practices of their members. Another quality check you can do is make sure your remanufactured toner carries the STMC logo. STMC stands for Standardization Test Methods Committee and means that your cartridge has undergone 4 standard tests: yield, or how many pages it will print; density, measuring the dark print; background, which measures how white the background remains; and package integrity, which measures how well it is packed. These rigorous standards mean you're not compromising on quality or getting an inferior product when you purchase a remanufactured cartridge.
And at the end of the day, it is about an informed choice. The consumer is king.
Before a consumer throws a spent cartridge into the waste barrel, that person should consider what is he discarding. Throwing away a cartridge, all that does is help ensure that the original equipment maker is going to be able to charge the higher price and defeat this remanufacturing industry. It's essential to our environment to support that industry by keeping those cartridges going round and round.
Remanufacturing practices true product stewardship. For a quality product and an easy way to save on costs when finances are tight, try remanufactured cartridges. It's your choice.